Welcome back, Georgina. So we've been talking about a lot of things that we're thinking of doing in the future, and maybe one of those things is moving, but you're not sure what to do because the market is up, the market is down, and you just need some help. Well, it just so happens that we have someone here today that can certainly help with that. Welcome to the Georgina Life studio, David Metherall from Team Metherall.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
So you've got all the solutions for all of our problems.
Well, we certainly will make an attempt to making a solution for sure. Yeah, so the real estate is definitely a changing market.
It is.
Well, and there's some huge shifts in between interest rates and prices going down, and just what the heck's going on?
Yeah.
Well, of course, you know, we went through those crazy peaks of 2017. Yes. And then again in 2021, you know, the media really published that the government really wanted to slow the real estate market down.
Yes.
And raising interest rates definitely does do that. Mm-hmm. So we've seen some large hikes, 3% hike in interest rates.
Wow.
And probably an average on a detached house is maybe a 21 to 23% decrease in value from the peak of February of 2022.
So can I just jump in there? When you say value, you mean in terms of the cost of purchasing the home?
Yeah, average sale price.
Average sale price. Thank you. Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I just wanted to. Yeah.
Of course.
So we've got an image we're going to bring up that maybe you can speak to.
For the ever-changing market.
Yes.
Yeah, so we've put together a sheet basically to show us kind of what happened since February. February we would consider the peak. January sale price was a little bit lower, but the average sale price in February shot up to 1,170,000 in Georgina, which is a fantastic number. Interest rates at that point would be in the average of 2.45%. And then now we fast forward to September, our average sale price is $840,000 and the interest rate is 5.45. So there's a 3% increase in interest rates, and that definitely had a huge effect on the value or the average sale price of homes. It's an interesting calculation when you look at this chart because overall it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad time to sell or a bad time to buy. It's relative to when you purchased your home. So if you purchased in the peak and you need to sell today, you're going to be hurt. But if we some of our clients have been who purchased in 2020 and are calling to find out what their house is worth today. From 2020 till today is about an 18% increase in value.
Yes.
So if you remove the sharp peaks, real estate historically has always had a steady incline of growth.
And what we did say in the rehearsal off camera was the increase in interest rate and the decrease in the actual cost of the home makes it still affordable if you're in the market.
Yeah, so if you could switch back to that slide again.
Can we bring that back up?
Yeah,
Thank you.
So in that slide, if we look at September at a higher interest rate, so if we assume that it's the same house that's had a decreased value of sale price at $840,000 today, your deposit is going to be less if we're assuming a 20% deposit. Interest rate is higher, but your monthly payment would then be, $4,082 versus February where the value was much higher. Your down payment would be considerably higher, interest rates lower, but your monthly payment would be $4,170. So when you
I can't even work my mind around that.
That is definitely a big number, but we've seen it all in as far as the peaks and the levels, and as a realtor, those peaks are very stressful for us also because, quite frankly, you never really know how much a buyer is willing to pay when they feel that they're in a seller's market.
So my husband and I, we've been looking for a new place for years now, but if there's someone that was sort of new to this, like what's the number one thing or what's something that people miss often when they're looking for a house? Something that you're like, no, you can't do that because, is there any kind of advice you could have for that?
Yeah, so with the changing interest rates and changing markets, so if you're thinking of buying or selling and buying, we recommend the first start is to, talk to your mortgage broker or your bank and make sure that your numbers, because the rates have changed, and make sure there's no, maybe you can port your existing mortgage, which gives you the benefit of a lower rate, and see what the payment's going to look like. So once you've established where your comfort level would be as far as a monthly payment or purchase price, then we could set up a listing alert situation. And what it allows us to do with a listing alert is basically keep you updated. So, for example, if you were looking to purchase in Metherall, we would set up a listing alert in Metherall, so a geographical map, and sort of your criteria, what you think you'd be looking for, and then we could set it up real time or monthly.
And we've got some images to bring up about keeping the consumer alert. It's going to come up now.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's the various neighborhoods.
So that's the third of the slide for this. If we could back up.
Can we back up?
This is what a typical market report would look like. And market report, basically, we trend it towards, this is the market report. This is a little bit different than the listing alert for a buyer.
All right.
So if we start with this market report, the market report, if you're going to be selling to buy, what's really important too is to find out what your house is worth.
Yes.
So the market report would basically let you know how many houses in your geographical area, your neighborhood, for example, are selling. How many? So if you're driving home one day and you see a for sale sign popped up a couple doors over, and you wonder how much they're asking, or better, if you see a sold sign, well, how much did they get?
Yes.
These markets reports will actually give you that information in real time, or we can do weekly so we don't spam your emails, or monthly. And it just gives you a comfort level that you think, hey, you know what, my house is similar to that, and I can get 800,000.
And we have a listing summary to bring up as well?
The listing summary, so yeah.
Okay, so that's what's active, that's what's pending, and that's what's sold. So what I love is, we had the map that showed the areas in Georgina.
Yeah.
What I think is fabulous is if you want to buy in Duclas Point and you find out that that's $2 million and you've got 800,000, that perhaps you need to be looking a little bit outside of Duclas Point.
Exactly.
Which is fabulous, yes.
But that's a great way to stay informed. If you're not sure what's happening, like with the spikes and the downs, and you really don't know, then looking at a chart like that kind of reference material gives you like something visual just to put it in easy perspective.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Instead of what was that? Or how do I? It's a very quick reference chart. So that's actually very beneficial, very helpful.
Yeah, we find too is that, selling houses is much different than it used to be, where now it's part of establishing people's goals. So what is it your goal? What do you want your future to look like? Where do you want to live?
Yes.
But in order for us to help you get from point A to point B, we need to understand first how much your house is worth.
Yes.
And how much it's going to cost to get you to where you need to go, and then put together a plan. But education is key, right?
Absolutely.
Well, it is, and I don't know about you, but when we started looking for houses years and years and years ago, it was, okay, I've got this much money, what can I get for it?
Right.
And then you go and fall in love with a house that is so out of your range.
Yeah.
So it's fabulous that these tools are available for the consumer to get a clear picture.
Absolutely. And we're almost out of time. If people wanted to reach you, how would they do that?
They can reach out to us through our website, which is teammetherall.com, or directly contact us at 905-476-6060 is our team line.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much for being here.
Well, thank you.
Georgina, don't go too far. We have lots coming up on today's Georgina Life. Thank you.